Hello, my audience. Greetings. My name's Jake. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where I will be reviewing the movie Spider-Man 3 from 2007. You know, this is surprisingly the only one I liked in the Maguire franchise still. In the first two, I hated in the Maguire franchise. And this one, I actually liked this installment movie. So I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 because I didn't hate it and made my unlike the not like it's not like the first two ones where the first two ones made my blood pressure raise by talking about it because I hated it so much. This one I actually enjoyed. Spider-Man 3, I give it a 10 out of 10. I like the retell of the I like the redesign of the symbiote suit on Spider-Man and also on Venom. And I like Venom's look in this movie, how he looks, and Venom's cool in this movie. He's a lot cooler in this movie than when Tom Hardy played him. I think so. Yeah, I gotta admit, Venom in the Tom Hardy movie might have had a cooler voice, though. More of an iconic Venom voice that you used to hearing from Venom. That sounds like Venom. But that's probably because the voice actor is in the first Venom movie is voiced by a hybrid of Tom Hardy's voice and a veteran actor who has played Venom in the 90s Spider-Man show, who passed away after the first movie and wasn't available, couldn't be because he was already dead by the time the sequel and the third one came for Tom Hardy's Venom run. Which is a shame because there's no way I'm going to see those Venom movies now because, Venom is no longer only sound like the iconic Venom from the 90s show because, he's not voiced by a veteran actor that has used to voicing a Venom voice experience. It's just Tom Hardy taking over for Venom voice 100% now. With the sequel, Let There Be Carnage and Last Dance. So that's why I'm not interested in seeing the Venom sequels. Venom doesn't even sound like the iconic Venom anymore. So, Venom acts more iconic like Venom than he did in the Venom solo movie, I admit, but he doesn't have the cool voice that he had in the solo Venom movie with the Venom voice. The Venom voice is a bit like, from what I hear, even though it's in a brief moment, it sounds like a generic monster voice. And it doesn't sound bad, it just sounds like not like iconic Venom. It's not a bad voice. It's just not like the iconic voice you expect to hear from Venom from the comics and the cartoon Neil did with the 90s portrayal of Venom, and also many other portrayals of Venom in video games and cartoons, and have actually tried to duplicate that magic that really nailed it in the with of the Venom voice in the 90s, like video games of Spider-Man and the 90s cartoon of Spider-Man. That I feel like kind of created the Venom voice in a way because, and I feel like the 90s cartoon Spider-Man, the 90s cartoon, or whatever came first, the 90s video game or the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. I think whatever came first, I feel like I wouldn't be. I feel like that kind of created what we expect to hear what Venom should sound like. The iconic Venom from the comics. I will admit, Spider-Man 3 tries to do something different, like it was the trying to sound the. It tries to make the Venom voice sound a little different, uh, but it just sounds like a generic monster voice when he does talk in the Venom voice. It just doesn't sound like the iconic. It just doesn't sound iconic or alive. You know, a voice. You know, when like it doesn't sound like iconic, scary voice like Venom's or iconic. It doesn't sound like iconic like Venom sounds. You know, like the '90s Venom with the cartoon Spider-Man show and the many Venoms try to duplicate, and to this day was the animated series that puts Venom in cartoon or video game, even like the Sonic Spider-Man 2 game tried to make it sound like Venom, the iconic voice of what you expect Venom to sound like. Another thing I liked about this movie is, well, it was nice to see that Spider-Man to quip this time around. You know how he like doesn't lack, like you know how in the first two Spider-Man film he's very quiet and lacks quippy insults to the villain. He doesn't really do quippy insults to the villain, and he's just pretty quiet like Batman. Well, in this one, he's written more as Spider-Man, what you expect Spider-Man to say when he's fighting villains. He talks more this time. He doesn't really shut up this time around. When he fights the villains and gets into fights with them, and he doesn't like this first fight is written. At least in the third one, he's written more to be more like Spider-Man from the comics, even though he's played by the same actor, and Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire isn't as overly whiny, obnoxious in this movie. He's not the same level of mellow, obnoxious, whiny princess that he has been written as in the first two ones. He's written more mature in this one and less annoying. And I like this portrayal on movies. This is told. Sorry, I like this movie's portrayal on the Sandman, Flint Marko. Sandman was cool in this movie. Also, he was a cool character. I like that they gave him some depth and motivation for wanting to commit a crime, like other than just wanting to do it. I like that they gave him some motivation and some depth by saying that his daughter's dying of a sickness, and he basically has to do this to save his daughter to get money. And I think that's interesting motivation. I mean, granted, I would have liked. I will admit that once you do, I admit this movie didn't shine. I actually liked how how it gave him depth and motivation of being a criminal, and I like that this what Spider-Man 3 did with Sandman. And also, I like the visuals with Sandman, how they pulled them off. And I also like the new Goblin design on Harry. Suit. I like the suit and the glide that Harry wore in the movie. Was the new Goblin suit. And the glide that he rode was pretty cool. I like design. And I like seeing Harry and Spider-Man team up at the end. I like how seeing Harry come to Spider-Man's aid when Spider-Man's losing really bad and about to be killed off. That was a pretty cool entrance he gave. And there's a lot to like about this movie. I really like the whole lot about this movie. And I give Spider-Man 3 a 10 out of 10. Did I mention that? I can't remember. Anyway, I give Spider-Man 3 from 2007 a 10 out of 10. Because I really like this movie a lot. That much. Um, I'm trying to think if there's any more I can add to this review. I don't think I'm seeing I'm running out of things to say. So I'm going to end this video now soon. So that's why I give Spider-Man a 10 out of 10. Spider-Man 3 gets a 10 out of 10 from 2007. And that's my end of me wrapping up this review. Like this video, hit the subscribe button, and like this video by hitting the thumbs up, and hit the subscribe button. Goodbye.